Hello, hello. I'm actually not a mini pad yet. I am still, well, I'm did move into the new pad, and I'm now back in the old pad. And that is going to change on Saturday because I'm not going out. Yes, it's a late stream, it's a late stream. I'm on my own. I am chilling. Um, I'm on childcare, but he seems to be sleeping. Broken voice. Can you hear me properly, people? Audio is robotic. Weird. Let me check. Okay. If I've got too many things, too many stuff, that seems reasonable. Okay. That is bad. That is bad. Really?
Is it still bad? Hey, Salma! Hello! Robot. Oh dear, this is so bad. Is it better? I've turned on voice isolation again, which might have been the problem. Okay, basically, whatever Salma tells me to do, I'm going to do. That is the plan. I unplugged my mic and plugged it back in again, so it's obviously a mic issue. Salma, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. A queue job system. Hey, Cheyenne, hello. A queue job system for Next. This is actually already built, believe it or not. Um, let me tell you about Nitro Tasks. Well, sorry, maybe it's not completely built, but there is a Nitro Tasks implementation, which is experimental, but it allows all kinds of cool stuff, people. But I think this is pretty much probably similar to what you want. So I'm just going to paste that in there. I'm still waiting for Selma to tell me what idea she has. Selma, do you want to come on? Do you want to come like in the stream and tell me what to do? Because you could do that if you want. I'm just offering it. Okay, and this is what I am drinking. I actually haven't drunk it yet, but this thing, Roe and Co. whiskey. Tell me that's not the Okay, well, I mean, I don't know, like pajamas. I'm not sure that is necessarily a reason not to come on a stream, but ah, totally up to you. Nuts. Yes, Lint. Oh, what is your idea? Oh, hot or not, bot or not. AI generated response. Now that is such a cool idea. That is such a cool idea. Okay, should we do it? Should we build it? Hmm. What's the coincidence, Cheyenne? Happy New Year. Yeah. Okay. Bot or not? Robot. Yeah, exactly. Um, Row and Co. Oh, is it a coincidence? It's not a coincidence. I'm not going out and buying a bottle of whiskey called Row and Co. and not thinking this is an extreme. Oh, but is it a coincidence? Like, is it related? So I think it is actually related to me. So let me just quickly check Row and Co. I'm pretty sure that it's named after my ancestor. But I don't think it's not owned by. Oh, goodness me, what's this? Oh, not a valid date. Okay, that's not my birthday. Okay, let's see. Our story. Named to honor the memory of a whisk. Yes, this is my ancestor. No, not him exactly. He was like a cousin. Um, well, okay. Right, we're gonna do this. So, right, okay, let's do it. Code. Um, we are going to make Bot or not? Okay, look, I'm going to go ahead and buy this, right? Because we've got to buy. Oops, stop it. The cat is on the move. My whiskey glass is in danger. Ah. Okay. Bot or not? It's registered by you. Is it registered by you, someone just now? Bot or not? Okay. Someone register bot or not. Bot or not. Also registered. Crazy. This is not my favorite whiskey, but it is I had to get it because of the name. So bot or not. Butter. But or not. I'm that's a different thing. That's not safe for work, Cheyenne. I'm just saying. Like, that's not what we're building tonight. Like I would need more whiskey. Okay, so we have got I'm gonna have to ignore the I'm gonna have to ignore the domain name, but someone should sort it. Tell me the domain name. If you find a good domain, let me know, and I can go ahead and buy it. But we should register. We should start the bot or not. We'll just call it bot or not. A new Nuxt project. What should I do? PNPM. I love PNPM. Okay. Chris, welcome. I can't believe, well, honestly, I can't believe you weren't following me before now. That's, a bit embarrassing. But Chris is going to come and tell us how we should build this whole thing on stacks. That's what he's going to do. He tells me all the time, stacks is just, the solution to everything. Right. But he hasn't showed it to me. Like, so as far as I'm just trusting him at this point that stacks is cool. Might not be, might be nothing there. Okay, so we've got bot or not. I'm going to call it bot or not. And let's commit. Okay, coming soon indeed. So I'm gonna go just make this public. And I feel this should really have it on my SSH key, but there we go. So we've got a repository, which I'm just going to paste in chat here. Boat or not? These things, these matter, right? Like, are we gonna just? So this is about okay. Text is AI generated response or not. So if we have like some little notes, so we have to do like it has to be able to. So is this just like a paragraph of text, or is it a response to you? Because if it's a response to you, it becomes much more complicated. Is this a bot? That's good. That's good. I like it. It exists, people. Is this a bot? I like it. Shall I just get it, right? I get it. I get it. We get it. Diversity lol. That's a different thing. Okay, is this a bot? Check out. Getting it. Okay, people. It's as simple as this. I don't want a mailbox offer. I accept all contracts. Pay. But or nah, that's also good. Oh no, this is terrible. You can't have multiple good ideas. Is a bot. Is this a bot? Bot or not? Okay. I'm gonna pause, and if you come up with more good ideas. Hey, thank you. It's nice to see you. Okay. So do we just have a paragraph of text, or do we have like a dialogue, and you say something and someone texts back to you? Exactly. Because if we, Hal, good to see you. It did recommend me diversity sucks. It did. That's not good, is it? Bot or not dot party. Ah. Well, I was thinking about the party kit concept. Um, continue shopping. I really shouldn't do this. Sorry, the whiskey is it's Roe and Co. I know it might seem improbable, but it really is. Roe and Co. And it is actually named after somebody who's related to me. So there you go. But whoa, look, we're not getting bought on our party. Like I have definitely, like this is definitely too early in the night to get a £330 domain for something I haven't yet filled. So okay, so it's a paragraph of text. Okay, do we agree? Like that's the simplest thing. Okay, let's just start a dev server. Um, cool. Yeah, we've got a dev server. And what's this? Oh, I've somehow got lots of different browsers going on. Let's stick you. Go away. Ah. Okay, we've got a browser. Do you know I'm gonna give you a. Do I usually drink whiskey? I often drink whiskey. Uh, do I have Sizzy installed yet? I'm gonna have to get it. Like I have Sizzy, but this is a new computer and so I haven't installed it yet. Okay, Sizzy is very good, by the way. If you haven't tried it, it is good. Download. Oh, for goodness sake. I just need to be able to download it. I have an account. Okay, we'll do that later. Right. So we've got a browser. Yeah, Daniel, thank you for catching the issue. Like, you definitely don't want that sticking around. Daniel spotted a regression in, which actually I introduced, by the way. It was his PR, but I committed something to it that was not good. Sorry about that. Okay, so we've got our app.view, and basically it's going to have a, we should try view 0. We should do this. Not that. Did everybody see this? View 0? It's super cool. It's by Zenonia. Check it out. It's great. Give it a star for sure. And view0.dev. Okay. So let's generate, what do we want to generate? Like a chat? Yeah, okay. Um, actually there's already one generated, I think. Like, I'm sure I saw something chat. Dark chat app, this. Okay, so this is some view code that's generated, and this actually is pretty good, right? Are we using Next UI? You guys making me use a UI library. Okay. First, I want to see if it has components that we're going to use. Elements, forms, data. Thank you. Can make it even cleaner hide status bar. I use Pale Knight. Pale Knight operator. You can see it at yeah. Okay, Salma. Yes, you have basically dropped in like a bomb of this is what we need to go build. And honestly, we're not making a lot of progress, are we? But yeah, that's very cool. Okay, let's use Next UI. Why not? Um, oh, by the way, you can also do something like this. If you don't know, npx Nuxy module add UI. That's pretty cool. And no, it can't be used with plain view, although there is somebody who's built a version of Nuxt UI that works in plain view. So you could try that if you wanted. Okay, so we're going to need to display the yeah, the documentation here. And oh, it's dark. Interesting. Cool. Right. This doesn't actually remove the need to like lay this thing out. So what are we going to want? We're going to want to have a chat. I think this is not bad, right? So we're going to need like a heading, like a header at the top of the page. Then we're going to need a couple of chats. I think that makes sense. So chat, we're going to need basically a question and a response. Next.jsnet will support flat. Anthony Fu is working on it, and that means it's going to be good. Okay. Chat, question, and response, and then a vote option, which can be like a message, right? We can have like some bubbles that you click, right? The redundant template. No, I like it. I like it because I think it's very useful for parsing, and it. Oh, what are you talking about? Oh, amazing, Karinix! Thank you for sort of going back and forth and like answering the. Okay, okay, right. So that's basically what we want, right? So we have our chat, a header, question response vote option, and honestly, it's so tempting just to copy this. What does it look like? That's pretty cool, isn't it? Like that's really good, really straightforward. Hmm. Okay, you're telling me I need to avoid this and actually just build it. Okay. I want a good excuse to use this. But let's see. What have we got? We want a header. Oh, we should also follow the getting started guide because there's some stuff to do here. So we need to have this in settings.json. Here. We need to have a Tailwind config. Okay. Except that we don't have any docs, but hey. And we need this also in settings. Cool. And more stuff. Okay, we're going to copy this as well. And what else do we need? And this. And is that it? Cool. Seems good. And we can have some icons, I guess, if we want. Right. So, I mean, personally, I would use Next.jsnet config at the moment, but that's no reflection. I haven't actually tried Anthony's ESNet config. I think his ESNet config will be opinionated, which is right. Next.jsnet config is designed not to be opinionated, so it's more of a base you can build your own upon. Hey, Julien and Tina, good to see you. Okay, we've got some stuff already built by Icarus. You're exactly right, and that is true. Okay. What does this look like? Oh, it's got app settings, which is something we don't have in ours yet. Or is it? Maybe not. Let's try this. Let's just stick it in and see if it does anything for us. Huh, look at that. Built already. Super cool. Yeah, I'm streaming late. I've got my kid. He's asleep happily, which is good. I've got whiskey, I promise. It is this whiskey, which we have had this discussion before. Roe and Co. The whiskey exists. Mm, okay, so basically, I want to make this as simple as possible, so we're going to make this main. It's going to have a header. It's going to have a footer. And that's about right. We should configure Next UI with some icons, I guess. We want to have, what are some options? Oh, yeah, tell me. We want, was it Lucid? Try Lucid. And what are the Lucid icons? Yes. You do not find me in like this Tom. I actually didn't saw your message. I didn't realize it was you. So we're creating an app called Bot or Not or something along those lines. And the idea is it's going to give you an exchange, and you have to figure out, was this a bot or a real person? Okay, so I think we somehow need a list of possible exchanges. So we need somehow maybe a database or markdown files of or JSON of an exchange, right? Like a back and forth. So just to get us going, I'll create like data conversations, and it will be something like this. We'll have a well, I don't know, speaker. Oh, say user, and then maybe a response, something like that. Is that a good enough schema, do we think? So the user would be something like, let's go to ChatGPT and quickly hide my questions. What are they? Go away. Okay, so our questions are going to be something like, can I try SSL? You're trying to trap me into fixing bugs. Okay, I would like to go skiing. And this is a response, which is clearly a bot, okay? Right, so basically this kind of thing is going to be displayed on the screen. Why are you, okay. Hello, welcome to this crazy stream. No idea whether anything is actually going to happen in this stream. Okay, so yeah, nothing is displayed. Is that what you wanted to know? You want me to fix it? This is the response from Tailwind config viewer. Presumably it's performing some kind of network request. Oh, it's basically trying to load these things, but they are they're coming back as HTML, I guess. So probably well, I think probably you just need to be able to. Oh, that's weird. App settings doesn't exist, of course. Okay, so what are we doing even? Okay, so we have our, right, we want to make this look a little bit different. So this, I just want to build this. Okay, so my header, what do I want to be in my header? I want to say, um, I want to say, flex justify between. Oh, just going to temporarily build this in pure Tailwind. I don't want to see the changes it's made to my thing. Okay, so I want to say flex just border bottom one. Or maybe I want Uno CSS. Yeah, sorry. I installed Iconify JSON Lucid because that's what Next.UI asked me to do. And I think the Next Icon module also uses Iconify under the hood. Yeah, okay. Sorry, people, I don't have any very clear plan of what I want to do, but we are going to do this. Okay, next. And we need this. I like Uno CSS. Okay. All right. Yeah, it doesn't have a reset by default, but we can enable it. What am I looking for? Uno. Okay. So we have a border. We want some padding. We want a bottom knot. We're going to need a logo of some kind. We'll use next icon, okay? Oh no, we won't. We'll use Uno CSS, right? So icon. Can we configure this in next config? I think we can just do auto install. And we want to have Iconify. Oh, did you see the new what was it? New Iconify site, which looks really nice. Check this out. Okay. What are we looking for? We're looking for some icons, and we want to have like a bot or a robot. Oh, we don't want that. We want to search icons. What looks good? That looks good to me. Icons is amazing. I normally use that, but I saw this the other day put out by huh, that one also looks quite nice. Microsoft. And what am I looking for? This is called code icon robot. So this would be basically span class I code icon robot. And it will say it will be height 4 with 4 and 9 block, something like that. And I'm guessing it's installing the dependency, which is super nice. Very cool. There it is. And we'll say bot or not. Oops. That should also be, I don't know, strong or something. Oops. Okay, cool. We've got a sort of thing. Oh, this is probably also it'll be a link, won't it? It'll be something like Nux link to the home page. Cool. Bot or not. Excellent. And then we need to do, I guess that's all we need. We need to have some content. Of course, and our content. Someone remind me, does header and footer, should they be child of main? Main is the main content of the page, right? Or do we wrap them in and have another child? Anyway, let me know if you have a bit thought about that. Esteban, hello. Okay, then we want to have something along the lines of a chat widget and a voting option. And then at the bottom we can say something like just going to grab something I already made. Something like this. And we will say cool. And we can improve that later, of course. Okay, so excellent. So we want to have like a chat, and let's see, a good example of that was in this chat app here. So we want, I think, probably to have something like this. So we'll do oh, I've, by the way, started to do this a little bit more, which I quite like. Is that right? That's too thick. What do I need to do? Of course, I don't want to do that. But why is it displaying me 2 pixels? Brandon, how nice to see you. What do I need? What do I need to make this work? I'll have to have a look about that. But basically, it's quite nice to have like a little separator. Okay, so we basically have like an avatar. Um, a response, then like a form, right? So we've got, yeah, that makes sense to me. Okay, so like, wait. Hmm. Also, why do I have no auto completion? Like, oh, do I need to save it? Like, I should have an Uno CSS. There we go. Okay. Border, bottle, bottom. This is Uno CSS, so I think border B1 does work. I think it's fine. But it's for some reason it's 2 pixels. If I get rid of that. Ah, yeah, there you see whatever the thing is. Yeah, it's giving me still. I think that might be a problem though. If I do border 0, border top 0, border bottom 1. Ah, that's the problem. It's defaulting to a border. So now, anyway, this is not the actual, we're not actually going to do this. Um, mm, yeah, that's that's probably a better idea. So you're thinking like a background gray 500, height 1, border 0, like that. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, you're right. It's not. So that what is H1? H1 would be, oh yeah, 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 quite right. Okay. So yeah, that would do the same. Anyway, main we would like to have some padding as well, so we'll do the same as the top. I guess we'll do it like that too. And we'll clean this up later, right? We'll make this nice. I guess I always say that. I always really, really value people um, who are skilled at design. Okay, so we've got something, and all right, it needs to have a an avatar. So it would be something like image. Oh, someone shared this the other day. What is it? Um, what is it? I'm looking on my phone because I'm pretty sure I visited it. Uh, unavatar.io. This. Um, I'll do it later. It's the way. It is the way. So this is pretty cool, I think. So what can we do? Like this example? Like the email. I mean, what is that? That seems pretty. So if I do basically like Daniel at row.dev, not class, that going to actually pull me in? Oh, I'll give it some uh amazing. Look at that. That is incredible. So this is what we actually want our say. Yeah, that's just amazing. Okay, and basically, I think what that is doing is it's pulling it from Gravatar. Okay, we've got a little avatar, and we might want to. There's some other things here, but it can also pull it in from GitHub, I think. So let's see what happens if I just do Daniel Rowe. Yeah, it looked me up as well. That's anyone else wanna try? What if I do like Alex Schlichter? I'm putting GitHub username in, and yes, he comes in. Isn't this a cool service? I think this is amazing. And you can give it a fallback as well. So okay, let's give it a try. There you are. That smiling face. Why is that terrifying? It's just using public APIs. I am refilling the glass, by the way. I've not actually done anything yet, but why is nothing coming through? Is that right? Yep, no, there you are. Cool. Now, what if I were to do Karunix IO? How terrified would you be if that actually loaded something? Oh no, you burnt your pizza! That is, I'm really sorry. That is no fun. An avatar meanwhile is complete. It's like, what is this random traffic from here? Yeah, they've got a great list of providers. So I did I paste it in the chat? Yeah, I did. So and it basically like it's a lot. There's a lot that it can do and look up, and it is basically a single place. So it's just very yeah, okay. So we maybe it's the IO bit. I see. I am going to turn on let's see, save auto save delay. Okay, so we'll just basically there we go. Right. So we have an avatar, which I guess this is probably a little bit big. We maybe 12, and we want to do something like a chat. Oh, and we actually have that, right? So we're going to say import chats or conversations from data conversations.json. Cool. And then we're going to basically say const, what is it? User response. Just going to grab the first one. And we are going to stick it here and say like user. And then we are going to want to have a response as well. Cool. And then each of these articles is, hey, David, good to see you. We're going to do, sorry, what's the what do you mean it does domains? What is that? We are going to give this a flex call gap 2. We're going to give it a should this be flex as well? Guess so. This needs to have a gap also. And we want to have, I guess that this also needs to be a bubble. So we'll do something like Hmm, maybe a bit more. Cool. Um, seems a bit better. And okay, and we might want a slightly different color. So this should be, I don't know, slightly desaturated. Uh, do I want to filter, saturate? What, 30? 50? Okay. And we can make this, give this a bot icon, right? So we've got this thing. So we'll put that in with the same. Cool. And we'll put it in a another span, I guess. Like that. Um, oops. What am I doing wrong here? Make it give it rounded full background gray padding 2. Good idea. Okay. Like that. Yeah. And then, but this should be bigger. Let's see. Cool. So, hmm, cool. Okay, so we've got basically a chat thing. We now need a form that lets us vote. So it's going to have a maybe a couple of buttons. Oh, this is basically a bot or not. You're trying to vote, is this a bot response or is it a human response? Now there is a question here. Bot, human. Oh, where is this? Why is it not appearing? Okay. We basically need to have some kind of I think honestly this would be most fun if it was live. Like if you could type something and then you got a response and then you had to rate it. I think we'll have to give ChatGPT some reasonable, um, but the problem is it needs to work all the time, and that would rely on people constantly being available. Yeah, basically a Turing test. So either we have like a database of user submitted content, which is human conversation, or we genuinely make this multiplayer somehow, which we could do. It just means that it doesn't work unless there's someone else there. And you then also have to like, yeah, people have to log in just to respond. So that would be more difficult to set up because we'd have to have like a loading screen. People would have a exactly. Um, hmm, that would all be very, very disturbing, wouldn't it? Hmm, hmm, right. Once a day. Oh, that's a much better idea. Okay. Yeah, once a day. So everybody encounters that it's the same thing, and everyone has to vote. And basically you find out if you're right or not. Cool. So we need some buttons. They should look like I guess something like border blue, border two rounded full. No, not quite. It should be just rounded. Whatever the rounded. Um, no, too much. No, there needs to be more rounded than that, I think. In fact, everything probably needs to be more rounded. So we probably need something like, what's our other rounded options? Got, does rounded four. That looks a bit better. So if we basically said, yeah, that looks about right. Um, uh, and that's cool. It's a very good idea. R1, R1 none. We are building a game, I guess, suggested by Selma, called Bot or Not. Although I think we registered a slightly different domain name. What did we register? Something like, um, is it a bot? I think something like that. Um, is this a bot? Is this a bot? And basically, it's hey Jerry, nice to see you. And basically, it's about like we have to vote. Like, is this a bot or not? Um, and so okay. So the idea is once a day. So okay. Cool. Cool. Where are we here? What? Turtle. Bottle. Crash. 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 Nice to see you. Um, Bottle. Bottle. Bottle could work, couldn't it? But the thing is that it's very, very similar to like I think there are a lot of things we can do to make this like uh sort of useful in a so if we try this, for example, I think I already have some instructions for ChatGPT. But if we did something like you are a wild and wacky individual who gives off the wall responses. Oh, thank you, Crash. That's really nice of you to say. Um, remind me who you are though, because I don't know it just from Crash. A wild and wacky individual gives off the wall responses. Whatever you do, don't give any clue you're a bot. Um, something like this. User, I would like to go skiing. Still a bot. It's like it's still clearly bot-like. Um, exact. No, yeah, you're right. You're right. Um, come up with a range of prompts to a LLM that will yield very different responses that cannot be distinguished from human system instructions for an LLM to user input that cannot be distinguished from human response. Okay, this is not really... okay, using those strategies, respond to the following question. Yeah, still not great, right? What do you mean you get flagged for searching it? Why would I get flagged for searching this? I feel cool. Okay, let's make this a little bit more complex. We'll say, um, cool. That looks about right. We want to give a bit of space, I think, probably before the form. So actually, yeah, we probably do want another one of these HRs. Meaning we probably don't want any. And oh, what am I doing? I feel I should implement this with something else. This isn't right. Anyway, so what we were doing is we're basically coming up with a game where you try and vote whether something is a bot or a human response. So it would be like hover, something like that. Yeah. Not transform, transition. Cool. Oh, can we make it work with focused? Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of skill in the prompting here. Let's do something with prompting. Okay, the concept of I think you're right. You have to be able to play. It doesn't have to be once a day, but definitely I think you should I think maybe have a concept of a score. And okay, so let's have a scoreboard, right? So we need to be able to sort of say and you pick in the game you pick, are you going to be um giving responses, or are you going to be coming up with guesses? Is that fair? So I don't think we need this anymore. So let's say what we want is it was not actually, because people I wanted to build it with Zanonia's new project, but the people in the chat stopped me from doing it. They were very mean and they didn't allow me to play with the toy that I wanted to play with. So I remember that it's going to live with me for some time. And yeah, what a shame. Mm hmm. Right. So, do you want to should we do it with party get? So basically, let's do and about good evening, Wilfred. Okay, so let's do what are we going to do? Let's do party kit, right? So party kit. Right. We're going to create a party kit server, and that party kit server is going to have some code in it. Ooh, yikes. That's a good idea. Mm. Why is it a class? I was sure this was a little bit different when I last used it, but okay. Oh, we also want to install party socket. J Walter bot. What is this? J Walter is speaking to his bot or her bot. Um, is this really right? Because this is very different from when as in the class-based concept, it's very different from when I last implemented it. So I just want to check that that is still the case because I very, very definitely um, built this a little bit different for my website. Moved to class API 4 months ago. Interesting. Okay, well, why not? Right. Uh, there must be a reason for that. Uh, not that. I can close that, I guess. That, that. Okay. So what we want to do is basically run two things. So we have our Nuxt dev server, and we want to be able to do something like, oh, what's this? That's weird. We want to install, no, we want to run party kit dev party kit server, right? Right. And then what we want to do in our client is this. Okay. Okay, so we can just do this in our app, and we can refactor this out later. And we are going to use this. Cool. Oh, I think anyone should be able to chat here. Are you following me, Jay Walter? Can you chat? Is there a WebSocket connection? Yes, there is. Okay. So we're connecting to WebSocket, and we should be able to do some stuff that's useful. Huh. I don't think it's follower only. You check. But try unfollowing me and seeing if you can still post. I don't think it's follower only. But I can try and confirm. Oh, weird. Maybe I can change it. Let's change it so you can do the thing. I'm going to try and figure out how to do that. Okay, settings, channel, create a dashboard, maybe? Yeah, there we go. Oh, hello. Maybe moderation. Let's see. Hmm. I don't actually see. where that's set up, but I mean, you must be right. But follows only is off. Oh, that's for clips. Hmm. I don't actually see. I'm sorry about this. I don't see the options. This is Beans, by the way. She is here for cuddles. And she's stepping on my mouse as well, so I'm not sure I can click or do anything useful. But yeah, yeah. Hmm. Come on. Cool. Right. What are we even doing? Yeah, the cat. Here she is. There's the cat. You see the cat. She is extremely sweet, but you basically can't really see her even when she's in my lap. Yeah. So the way the camera's set up. Okay. Right. So basically, I lose track of things. So we need to be able to pick a role. Am I going to pick a role, uh, bot or human? Um, and then you're going to have a different screen. So cat or not? Oh yeah. So right. So we basically need to have a slightly different screen to start with. And you probably can't start the game unless there's at least one other player waiting. Okay, so basically we want to have something like, we're going to create a component for this, I think. So we want to have something like selection screen, and it is going to be like that's fine. We're just going to stick it in here. And then we're going to make this is the game screen, basically. The bot detection screen. This is a terrible name, but oh, she wants to go out of the room. I'll be right back. There's another cat lying on the rug beside me. He is a fat cat, does not like being picked up. And okay, so we basically want the selection screen is something like that we have got a bot, we've got a human. Do we have some kind of person? Doesn't really seem right. I'm gonna have to pick different icons, right? And then we'll make them bigger, bigger, and then say bot, human. How do you want to play the game? And then we're going to have, like, these are going to be buttons, I guess. And they should be something like border 2, border black, padding 4. something like that. And then there should be, I don't know, that. And we should have something like that. So basically you get to pick, and I guess these are probably, no, yeah. Someone please make this beautiful. It does not beautiful. Okay, basically you have to pick what you want to be, and we need to be basically have some kind of buttons. Cool. And should that even... That should take you to a waiting screen, I guess. This is suddenly becoming much more complicated. Okay, so that will take you to a waiting screen until you get paired up with someone. And this is getting so much more. And we're actually going to have to deal with logic and stuff. And I was thinking about, okay, so basically we have a, the flow is I pick bot or a human. I am shown a waiting screen until I'm paired with someone of a different variety. If I am bot, if I am human, or we'll say trickster, detective, right? So like that's basically what we're offering people. If I am okay, if I'm a trickster, detective, then time for a refill. Okay, so if I'm the trickster, then I'm basically going to be will receive. So basically, I just chat. And I guess if the chat, can the chat go back and forth, or do you just get one shot at it? You probably just get one shot, right? Because otherwise someone could do stuff to try and figure out. Okay. If I'm detective, I can ask a question, get a response, need to vote. And then I probably get paired with someone else. Maybe the same person. So so basically wait for a question. Make an answer, and then get repaired. The drink is Roe and Co. whiskey. That's what it is. It was full when we started the evening. No, it wasn't. It wasn't full at all. But okay, so yeah, that's fine. We need some kind of scoreboard. So persistent scoreboard and WebSocket connection. Uh, okay. Is there any value in authentication here? Or do we just trust? I guess it could be browser based, right? Like on your browser, you have a persistent score, something like that. Let's install view use next. And okay. So we need a scoreboard. Okay, I'm actually going to use, what is it, view zero? Yeah, I'm going to use it just for inspiration. Okay, a scoreboard for a game. Oh, I need a key. I'm going to do a couple of things. Log in first. Okay, where do I set a key? Right, maybe there. Okay. I'm going to grab a key. Cool. Ooh, something's happening. Game scoreboard. Oh dear, this isn't a good sign. Want it to be simpler than that. Okay. I guess this is fine, right? But, okay. So we want something like tabular nums, of course. It's got to be big. So bigger, maybe. Semi-bold. What else do we want to do? It's a good indicator that moving to Nuxt is a good next step. I would absolutely go for it. My aim is really for Nuxt to be the best step if you're using Vue, and for things to be features that you don't need shouldn't be included in your project. So there should be no negative consequences to using Nuxt for your Vue project. It should only give you features and functionality and better DX. That's the idea. You don't even have to have JavaScript. Like you can build a pure Zero.js project with Nuxt, and you get all the DX in development, and then in production it's just HTML. So it's no JavaScript at all. So it's totally up to you. Okay, this is fine, right? I do. I turned it on just for this stream. So I've basically added this. So it autosaves up to 1 millisecond. So you just do this experimental, no scripts, I think. Oh no, features, no scripts. Boom, no JavaScript. And you build your app. I mean, I think it will still have scripts in dev, because you need hot reloading and stuff like that. But in production, there's no JavaScript. You can even turn it off on a per root basis. So you can do something like root rules, like content, experimental no scripts, true. And you won't have any scripts rendered when that HTML comes back. So if I were to do so if I were to oh, for goodness sake, if I were to do like test, so there should be, because basically there's no routing on this site at the moment. I've not bothered to add it because it's too simple. So you see there's some scripts being injected at the moment. Like there's scripts, right? But if I go to content test, then there's still my Chrome extension, and there's a style sheet, but there are no scripts. Like, there's no scripts, there's just HTML. So it's as simple, like you can do that on a per root basis like that. Or you can disable it for your entire app. So yeah, I want Nuxt to be, if you're building an app with Vue, you should use Nuxt. Is what I would like. Okay, so, oh, I need to probably turn off auto install. Oh, the cat wants to come back in the room now. I'm going to bring the cat back in the room. Okay. What do you mean features, no scripts? Oh, it's because the root rule is experimental. I think it will probably just become no scripts. So, right. How do you want to play the game? Ugh. Yeah. Yes, we need a waiting room basically. So uh okay, so we've got our uh it seems good to me, right? So oh yeah. Okay, cool. So we basically have the scoreboard and we say like what was it? Score. Why are we getting no? Oh, I think somehow we still have no scripts turned on, right? So no, so we're not getting any hot reloading. Right, this is the downside. Okay, so let's are we getting hot reloading now? Yeah, that's so funny. Qubit, good to see you. Um, I think you've gone Cubizzle, haven't you? Everywhere. You're like your like handle's Cubizzle, so maybe I should just be calling you Cubizzle. Um, right. Hmm. We could also display this in a slightly different way. Okay, the scoreboard, just before we do much else. So const formatter equals new Intel, don't want currency. I want, don't want, um, what do I want? Come on, MDN. MDN, I'm using Uno CSS here. Um, unit. No, not unit. Decimal. Oh, that's the default, so I don't need to say anything. Okay, so basically I'll just do that, and that will read the user's response. And we basically do uh, score. Cool. And now we should be able to have something a little bit nicer. Cool. We do actually need a gap, I think. Nice. We'll make it nicer still. Okay, so we've got our scoreboard. And isn't that just nice? Just automatic. Lovely. Okay, so we've got our scoreboard. We have a selection screen. The scoreboard is probably going to display if it's not uh, the game. So we're probably going to need to do something around the game logic. So we need to do something like create a composable. So, and we'll probably want to do some tests also. So let's just set that up. Um, game state should, oh, and we need to have a vtest config. And we're just going to force the environment always to be the Nuxt runtime environment. Okay, so let's just run our test suite. I'm just switching for the moment to vtest. And we should open our game state, and it basically should, game state, something like that. And it basically, we want to have some kind of useful composable. So we will come up with a useful composable. And we'll make this full screen and just focus on this for a moment. So we want to have, can you tell that? Okay, so we want to have export const what would it be? Use game state. Okay, so we're going to want to do something like const. So we have a role. Yeah, we'll do a reactive thing. No, this is not tea. This is whiskey, and specifically, it is Roe and Co. whiskey, which I feel like I should take personal credit for. Okay, so I'll be creating a store, a shop, and you can buy some on my website. No, just kidding. Okay, so we have a role, and let's see, we have a game state, and our role is going to be trickster, or yeah, guesser. That's fine. Okay. Um, okay, so we have a role. We also need to have basically a score. We need to have a, actually the score doesn't need to be the game state, but we do need to return a score from our game state. So we need to do something like return a score, like that. Ideally, and this is the reason I added the view use Nuxt, because we actually have some useful composables. So we could do something like use local storage to actually handle some of this. So basically, let's see, we could do if import meta server, we're going to return, I don't know, that. If else, we're going to return use local storage, and we are going to use score, and the initial value is 0, and we'll basically do this. And so that will just be our score value, and it will be retained across invocations. So something like this. Okay, so we don't need score in our game state. We do need a role. We need to have some kind of concept of like there's a question, right? So although maybe that varies. So if you are a guesser or a trickster, hey Flo. So thank you. Uh, so we should be able to do something like um, right. So that's working. So we can write some tests for our game state as we go. Hello. Um, oh yeah. Do you know I came into Vue through Laravel as well? I remember watching the little videos from Jeffrey Way, who is a phenomenal guy, isn't he? I learned a whole lot from those videos, and that was basically my intro to Vue. So yes, you should use Next. Come use Next. We love Laravel at Next. So, mm, mm. Oh really? Nice. Laravel's great, honestly. Um, What I like, he's just code. You just get or at least in as far as I remember, it's been a while since I've watched it. But like you've got an IDE and you're just in, and he's just taking you through it. It just feels great. And yes, the Laravel community is good. It's a little bit smoky. It's not. It's a little bit more caramelly, I think. Um, hmm, I'm sorry, I can't do any coding right now. I have to pet the cat. Mm. Come home. Come to Next. You can yeah, do that. Why not? Mm, I have not tried Redbreast. What is Redbreast? Is that a whiskey? Oh, okay, so it's Irish, is it? Irish whiskey? No, I have never come across it. I normally drink Scotch whiskies, by the way. Um, I do love smoky whiskies. Like the peatier they are, the better. Like I do. Oh, bourbon and sherry, so you get some nice vanilla. Mm, interesting. Definitely worth a look. Okay, so we have a game state. And what else do we want to do? We should probably. Oh, the game state is the role. Um, we want something that's computed on the roll, right? What should be computed on? Okay, so basically, um, what do we have? We have a sort of needs input or something like that. Um, hello. Yeah. And that should be a ref, I guess. And basically, needs input should. We also need to have like the conversation, maybe. Conversation is going to be just array of strings, maybe? Ow. we're building, basically, we're building an app which Salma basically turned up and said, hey, build this. And then she disappeared, leaving us to build the app. But the app is a great idea. So the app is, we're building a bot or not app, which is basically going to say, are you a, is this conversation a real person or is it a bot? And oh dear, this is terrible. Someone deserves to deserves her power moves. So okay, tabs on the same line. This is actually quite fun. So I came across this the other day. Who was it? It was Camille. Let me find his Twitter. Cat departs. Let's see. Trying to find well, I'll answer your question, but it was Camille Agorov, I think, but I can't find the tweet. Oh, I love Talisker. Is that Agorov? No, what is his surname, for goodness sake? What is his surname? This is so frustrating. Anyway, oh yes, Darwini is good. Yes, Party Cat is good as well. Frozen Spirit, hello. So yeah, basically like a Turing test, but it can be a game, right? So to answer your question, the way that the tab and the window icons are done is through this thing called APC. So if you basically, let's see, copy. So basically install this. And then you can add some code here. So you can basically set a couple of options like this. So we can specify exactly where the traffic lights go. So in fact, I might move them down a little, but I think it will need to restart. Maybe make it more obvious. Well, anyway, you can do a lot of different things with this. I've copied some of these from Camille, but definitely very, very cool. Let's see, I have responded to him, I think, so I should just be able to find it from my own profile. Yeah, it is correct. I don't know why I couldn't find it when I Googled on Twitter. There you go. He put me onto it. APC, definitely worth it. Right, so where were we? We were building this game. We can update the spec and the state as we need it, I guess. So we have got a scoreboard and a selection screen. And basically, I guess what we want to do here is do something like use game state. We'll need to actually run the dev server again. So we want to know whether to show the scoreboard, whether to show the selection screen, and then what game screen to show. So basically, we want to do something like we want to only show the scoreboard if there is a score. No, not just if there's a score. We want to show it if there's a score. Okay. Show a scoreboard if there is a roll. Maybe no, if there's a score. No, I think always show it. Okay, so we can always show it, but we'll get a score from the game state and basically pass that through to the scoreboard. And actually, this is the new view, so we can do this. Come on. It works. But I guess we need Volar to update. Hmm. Well, anyway, Vue 3.4 has this lovely new syntax, shorthand syntax, that you can actually just pass the like if you're doing score as score, you don't actually need to include the second half of this. But it looks like Volar still needs to update, I guess, which honestly is a surprise to me. But there's only so much the man can do. Okay, so we have a scoreboard which we're always going to display, and am I dropping frames? Okay, I think I'm back. Am I back? Am I here? Can anyone hear me or see me? Yes, we're definitely going to blame the cat. Yeah, I don't know why that happened. Suddenly my kilobytes per second dropped to 0. I've just killed some apps, so in case one of them was maybe doing something. Uh, cool. I would like to say that I never went away, but I guess that's only from my own perspective. Um, cool. So, right. So what are we doing? So we basically have a scoreboard, which I guess maybe can live in the top. Does that make sense? There. And I guess make it a little bit smaller. Cool. Good. I'm glad you were back with me. I think my internet is going to get better when I actually move to Edinburgh. If you don't know, I'm moving, so I'm not going to be here. From Saturday will be my the day I actually move this computer north to Scotland. Okay, so right, basically what we're going to do here is the selection screen is just going to change the game state. So I guess what we want is to return that state. So selection screen, we're going to have and we are going to basically just set it inline. Okay. Well, that's weird. Oh, right. So basically that's going to set our thing. And we basically need to decide what when to display the selection screen, which I guess is if we haven't a role already confirmed. So we would do something like this, pick. Oh, sorry, what's your question? Oh, this is because we don't have a party get server anymore. Cloudflare is great. I mean, Vercel is great as well. It depends. So also there are others, Netlify, Azure Static Web Apps. There are lots of really good options. I guess Flow, if you can specify your requirements. So how big is your team? Who, like, what is your app? Are you planning to pre-render it? Is it going to be dynamic? Is there a server? Do you have a database? Where is your database located? On what infrastructure is it located? Like, there's lots of questions I would ask. There's no single provider that will always be best for everything. Like, one of the things, of course, is like your team. So, because some of the providers offer incredible DX, which is going to speed up your workflow as a team, but that'll be irrelevant if it's just you. So, yeah, fire away. Tell me what your okay, interesting. So what's going on here? Oh, it's that we're recreating a separate state every time we do this. Okay, so we basically need to update the composables and we have to have a shared state. So basically uh I will actually do use state. So okay. And then we will basically that should pull us in the same. Right. You want to handle multiple websites and databases. You want to use Nux and mobile apps. You need an API. You don't have to have a great DX. So, and you're asking about Vercel and Cloudflare. So there are lots of other options too. I mean, so Azure is a really good option. You're in the Azure ecosystem and you've got all of that. AWS Amplify recently We have support for that built in with Nuxt, almost zero config. So yeah, both Azure and AWS will be like good options on the sort of, cloud infrastructure. Fly is great. It will be great for hosting Node stuff. Cloudflare though is really good. It's excellent. And you'll be able to do quite a lot there. The DX is definitely not great. Like it's not the best DX. Um, but it has really, really high, you know, in terms of the engineering Cloudflare has, it's excellent, and it will help you a lot. So, Alex, I didn't realize you were here, but nice to see you. Okay, so what's going on? Okay, we can make this a lot simpler. Nope, Nuxt does support Vercel Edge middleware. Um, you basically set the so basically you would do something like this. Nitro preset is Vercel Edge. And that would do it for you. Oh, why? Well, that's very weird. I guess probably it needs to be reactive. That's very strange. Johan, it is the same middleware. Nitro can build itself to that target and actually run in that middleware. But you're right that there's not multiple, like you can't have both the middleware and Nuxt running in a normal serverless function on Vercel. You have a single option um, for where it's going to go. Yeah, D1 is definitely a game changer. Like, it's really very, very, very cool. Yes, exactly. That's what happens. The Nitro middleware becomes the Vercel Edge middleware. Okay, this is really strange. Okay, so I have a state, which is a ref. Uh, and weird. That's very strange. What's going on here? So basically, this should resolve to the single ref, but that's very strange. Yeah, the DX could be dramatically improved for sure. Hmm. Okay, I think we're going to do this. We're actually going to use a plugin and just simplify our life a little bit. So, Okay, interesting. So this is actually not being clicked. So nothing is happening. That's weird. But that's not specifically related to... Hmm. It's really strange. So basically, the click is not... Let's just update that. That's super weird. So there's situations where I'm clicking this button and it's not... There we go. It's not happening. Okay, let's just see if it makes us any difference if I do... This won't be Next related, by the way. This will be View related, I guess. That's weird. I wonder if it could be related somehow to this. That's really strange. This is a weird issue with Vite. Whoa, this is very strange. Oh, you're right. That's what it is. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Sorry, you're quite right. That would be totally my mistake. Okay, I was blaming View, all kinds of things. Let's try that again. There we go. Yeah. That is embarrassing. Okay. I was like, there's something crazy going on here. Okay. So we have something that's actually working. So we have our game, and we can select our state. Cool. And then we basically need to display like a I guess actually the screen, the game screen, is going to be very similar one way or another. So let's just pull this in, I guess. It was all very close, like because they were sort of in line and not formatted properly. It was not easy to see. I'm going to say that. That's going to be my definite explanation. We're going to say the bot detection screen v else. So we do something like this. Cool. And the difference, I guess, is going to be more to do with like how we handle that screen. Like what happens. Mm, feels like maybe the WebSocket thing should go in the plugin. So in here. So I will say, have you noticed how frequently Vue has been pushing out the updates? So Vue has really like if you just look at the releases. So this is 13 hours ago, yesterday, 5 days ago, and last week, and last week. Like, these are coming fast and furious in terms of development on Vue, which I think, like, 3 weeks ago, we were on a patch of 3.3. Uh, Same, like, it's good stuff happening from the Vue team. So anyway, I love it. I love to see it. What we're building is like a little game which looks to detect whether or not you get the chance either to pretend to be a bot or to pick and say it's a human. Hey, Salma, we were definitely saying that you were a sort of real hero to do this, but like, look. So how long has it been? It's been 2.5 hours, and Salma was in her PJs 2.5 hours ago and has now returned to witness progress or basically to check up on us and see whether we've done things properly. So like basically I imagine you set an alarm or something, like the nap or the evening has been going, and you're like, let me see. Let me see if anything's happened. And you've turned up. So anyway, um let's see. You are invested. Well, absolutely, it's your idea. I mean, there's no way this is getting launched without any kind of appropriate credit being given. Um, I am probably going to need to take a break. Like this is a late evening. I'm going to need to sort of like park this, and people can submit. I'll push it up so people can submit PRs. But let's see. Hmm, what hour is it? It is 20 past 10 in the evening. Is more than two players and one bot. That is the time. That is the time. And I'm going to turn into pumpkin. Um, okay, I'm just going to push sort of to our current progress. Are you in Budapest, Alex? I love Budapest. It's one of my favorite cities. Really? Oh, I love it. It's so much. So great. Um, just to let's see, let's deploy this. It won't work because the WebSocket is localhost, and I've not set it up properly. But if we just deploy this to the cell, bot or not, cool. We'll deploy that. Oh, hi, Nikki. Say hi. Definitely say hi from me. Let's see. I've got domain. Oh, I probably don't. Yeah, no, I really enjoy this actually. I don't often get the chance to do stuff like this late in the evening. Normally it's a sort of, but I'm on my own. So it's just me, and therefore I can do some cool stuff in the evening. So okay, there we go. We are deployed, and so if anyone wants to improve this and fix this while I sleep, that would be that would be amazing. Um, But basically, it should do exactly the same thing. Like, there's not a lot this thing does. Like, it's maybe a bit embarrassing. But hey, we did some stuff. I had some fun, and I'm tired now, and I need to go to bed. But thank you all for joining me. It was a lot of fun. And Salma, I promise we will do more on this. We will not abandon this because this is a great idea, and we need to make it happen. Okay, people, let's see what is there by way of raiding. If people are looking for something else to do, something else, somebody to join or sort of mess mess up or something. It looks like CM Griffing is doing some stuff. Should we go raid Chris? Um let's do that. Ooh, mature audiences. I hope you're. Thank you very much. That's really kind. And I've had a lot of fun. And I'll do this again. So thank you, everybody. And honestly, it was so nice to hang out with you all. So see you later. And yeah, all the best. Okay, bye.